Sunday worship versus the Bible. What God really said. Warning. What if I told you that Sunday worship is not in the Bible? What if everything you thought was true was actually a man-made lie? The question is simple. Sunday worship versus the Bible. What did God really say? Welcome to today's eye-opening investigation. Sunday worship versus the Bible. What God really said. For centuries, millions of Christians have worshipped on Sunday, believing it is God's designated day of worship. But does the Bible actually support this? The shocking truth? The Bible never commands worship on Sunday. Instead, it warns us against following human traditions over God's law. By the end of this video, skeptics and non-believers will be challenged to disprove these biblical facts. Will you stand on God's word or human tradition? The challenge begins. 1. The Bible clearly commands the seventh-day Sabbath. Exodus 20, 8-11. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Genesis 2, 2-3. God sanctified and blessed the seventh day at creation, long before Israel existed. Isaiah 66, 22-23. The Sabbath will be kept in the new earth. Fact. The Bible never changed the Sabbath to Sunday. Challenge to skeptics. Can you find one verse where God commands Sunday worship? 2. Jesus and his disciples kept the Sabbath. Luke 4:16. Jesus kept the Sabbath as his custom was. Matthew 24:20. Jesus prophesied that his followers would still be keeping the Sabbath in the last days. Acts 17:2. The Apostle Paul worshipped on the Sabbath, even when teaching the Gentiles. Fact. If Jesus and his disciples never changed the Sabbath, why do most churches worship on Sunday? Challenge to skeptics. If Sunday replaced the Sabbath, why didn't Jesus or his disciples say so? 3. The Catholic Church admits it changed the Sabbath. Catholic Record, September 1, 1923. Sunday is our mark of authority. The Church is above the Bible. Convert's Catechism of Catholic Doctrine. We observe Sunday instead of Saturday because the Catholic Church transferred the solemnity. Fact. The Catholic Church admits it changed the Sabbath, not God. Challenge to skeptics. If the Catholic Church changed the Sabbath, why are Protestants following it instead of the Bible? 4. The Bible warns against man-made worship. Mark chapter 7, 9. In vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. Daniel chapter 7:25. A religious power would think to change times and laws. Revelation 14:12. God's faithful keep his commandments, not man's traditions. Fact. Sunday worship is a man-made tradition, not a biblical commandment. Challenge to skeptics. If the Bible warns against changing God's law, why follow a tradition that does exactly that? Call to action. Sunday worship versus the Bible. What God really said. Are you following God's law or man's tradition? The Bible is clear. God never changed the Sabbath. Millions are being deceived. Will you stand with God or will you reject his truth? Challenge. Can you find one verse proving Sunday worship? Comment below, like, share, and subscribe to spread the truth.